Alright, looks like we're on. Well, I have a... Anyways, hello. We are going to start a YouTube channel. It's going to be Homestead on the Mountain. Today I'm going to show you this pretty nifty idea of building a shop out of pallets. So we're going to get that reviewed to you. The first attempt was on the chicken coop that we built for this homestead, and it worked out pretty well for the floor. Basically just tied the 4 of them together with 2x4 in between each pallet, and of course on the ends attached 2x4s as well. So basically it just surrounds each pallet with a 2x4. Of course, center supports are needed as well on the floor doing this. As far as wall, it's pretty much straightforward. You got your load-bearing walls, which, you know, where the rafters rest, which for a shop, that's not much weight in it anyways. Those are actually 2 foot on center. The rafters, the headers, of course, are doubled up with the cracks, of course, you know, overlapped. Here's the front of the shop. Got it somewhat boarded up. See the 2x6, all that fun stuff for the main floor. 2x8 tongue and groove. There, of course, I have my water supply sitting right there. 220 outlet, which of course will be moved. So as far as the wall structure is somewhat getting filled in. Oh my goodness. So as you can tell, hopefully 2x4 all the way down on this one extended almost to the header. As far as I understand, in my experience, as long as you get pretty far past the actual joint between the 2 pallets, it still does a pretty good job. So as far as the top of the pallet where the header is screwed to, pretty much holds the load of the wall. Well, not the wall, but the rafters. So as far as I was wanting the 4x4s to go all the way through the floor, all the way straight up. But that didn't happen because the 4x4s weren't long enough to even go as high as this is. On the back side, you can definitely see a lot better on how it works. Of course, got my my cross bracing there. Need to do some more. Get up underneath. Like I said, 16 on center. Got the hangers holding it up. So with the pallets, 6 on the end. Of course, the last one was adjusted down to meet the size. So 2x4 is up, all the way up. I would do it all the way up. I couldn't. That would be the best bet as far as I'm concerned. From floor all the way to the double header up there. Of course, then you have the support for the main truss beam that goes all the way from wall to wall. As far as what I use to hold the tin on, I just used pallet slats, screwed them, kind of staggered them. As you can probably see, let me zoom in here a little bit. Try to go as slow as possible. So just pallet slats here, mainly on the end, because of course that's where the wind's going to be hitting the most. So I doubled it up there, and of course you have another one midway, and at the top it just screws right into the main beam that goes down to support it. Alright, so as far as on this side, of course my rafters are longer than what they needed to be. 2x4. I see, that's the best way I've done it so far. And they just sit right here on the floor. Pallets rest right there. Of course I screwed them in, toe down them down. Mainly just to hold them still while I'm building. So we got, center block holding it. Pretty basic stuff. Still got the ladder from putting the tin up there. Which of course the last piece of tin is always the fun part. So of course here I did a whole form. So let's see here. So here at the corner, did a whole form and poured concrete. This is the highest point. So putting a homestead on the mountain is pretty tough. Dealing with all these steep angles. That's pretty much the slope of the mountain. Alright. So this is going to be my woodworking shop. Got my lovely table saw, which I acquired for 50 bucks. Not bad. I picked this motor up from a local electric motor company. Had a 220 on there. He was willing to trade me for that one, for the one I had on there. Beautiful. Radar arm saw, also 50 bucks. Learn how to use them, and learn how to use them safely. Very versatile. I love it. Of course, just basic chop saw, drill press, and just basic storage, welders, all that good stuff. Dryer does have to leave. And of course, the Miller 220 arc welder, and the old classic Harbor Freight air compressor. Alright, here's one of our lovely goats. Apparently she wants to eat the bag. So I have to go and stop her to do that. Maybe on the next video we'll do our animal entourage. We do pretty much everything. We harvest lumber for the sawmill. We pretty much use all that lumber to build everything that we need, except for cheating with the pallets. Much easier. Let's see, what else are we doing? We're going to be, in the future, going to be linking up with a local, pretty much neighbor right here on the mountain. He's going to be assisting with micro hydro system. We're going to be tapping out for the river about 1,300 feet up. We got the motor in Wednesday, so that's going to be very interesting to work with Seth. Everybody should know him if they do ram pumps, land to house. Very knowledgeable on all that system there, and of course plus a lot more. So we're going to be working together. He's going to be collaborating with his blogging, recording the process as well. I'll do a separate setup as well. Pretty much assembly and into afterwards usage of the system. Right now we are completely off grid. We have solar panels. Right now I have 8 100-watt solar panels with a 24-volt system of 5,000 watts. The 24-volt system I have no complaints. It's an Ames inverter with the Renogy charge controller with the lithium-ion batteries. We will go over that system in the future as well. I'll show you the breakdown of that. I have no issues with running a wash machine. I have a table saw with the 1-horse motor that will simply fire up along with the radial arm saw. Pretty simple. Oddly enough, it actually will fire up my air compressor. I'm going to do some more testing on that, make sure my connections aren't going to overheat. So it's all kinds of good stuff going on around here. Just utilizing every resource that we can to make life as simple as possible off-grid. As far as another system that I'll be working on is a gravity generator. Just think of a grandfather clock that will spin a motor. So I will have it half built. I'm still working on the finer details of gearing and all that fun stuff as well. That's going to be a really interesting video. But of course, the hydro micro system will come first. It has a lot better potential of producing electricity for what we need, especially for raising animals. We had chickens come shipped. The heating is pretty good. Heating is pretty much required as when they're little. Here in the summer it's not going to be so bad. So we started chickens from scratch, and it makes it tough because you have to heat these little chicks overnight. We came out of the winter just recently, and it was tough. Either run a generator to heat them up. We lost a couple, of course, but now that we're established with chickens, Mom's going to do all that laborsome work of keeping them warm. So anybody that's starting from scratch from chickens, there's some good ideas out there that you can actually accomplish keeping them warm off grid. Let's see. As far as more things that we've got going on here, we have the homemade sawmill. The sawmill is basically constructed from riding on a lawnmower and a boat trailer. But that's going to be interesting to show you as well. We'll get that thing up and running. We got a couple of logs that we got to mill. We got doing an add-on for our bedroom on our house, so we're going to be probably going to do a dovetail joinery on the corners and go up probably 9 feet. It's just a 10 by 10 addition. So that'll be fun to video as well, from milling these logs that I harvest from the woods, breaking them down into livable space. Like I said earlier, we run off solar, the 24-volt system, lithium batteries, this table saw, 1-horse motor, pretty old school Delta motor. Fires up no problem, give you a little spin.